Right guys, so many of you guys have been asking me about it, but we need to speak about Blue Therapy because it is that show right now and I'm so here for it.
Of course it's a problem.
I will hold up my end of the, relationship. It's up to you as a man to get us there. That's just my view.
We don't have a brand, we're in a relationship. I'm Choma, you're Paul. You can do stuff and I can't.
Hey guys, it's Murad Morali. Hopefully you guys are doing well today. Back at it again with another video. If you haven't subscribed guys, click that button for daily and consistent content. Subscribe 24/7 daily and consistent content. My merch, shout out to everybody that's buying my merch. I really appreciate it. Shout out to those who are pledging to the Patreon. Again, I really appreciate you guys supporting, and the podcast is down below as well. Now before we get into this guys, I want to say it's an absolute violation. It's an absolute violation, and I'm really pissed off and irritated that you cannot order Krispy Kremes at this time of the night. At this time of the night, there are no facilities, services that are offering Krispy Kremes. Everything is opening later at 7:30 in the morning. What do you mean opening later? Who's going to be ordering at 7:30 in the morning? London loves to sleep, and it really pisses me off because I know New York never sleeps. And here we are shutting everything down, and I cannot order Krispy Kremes right now. I'm really just bothered by this, and I'm just like, why? I don't even know. But anyways, let's get into this Blue Therapy show. I feel like, when it comes to different shows that, Trend Central they're trying to pitch so many different shows. The majority of them have not clicked like that. But I feel like, trial and error. And I feel like with this particular show, they're hitting very well. The first 2 episodes have done great. They've gone viral all over Twitter. Several clips have amounted to a lot of views. And I feel like we need to break this down. I think it's very important to have Chioma in it. Again, I feel like I was saying this ages ago, that they need to not only branch off to different shows, but have some members of the Backchat cast onto the different shows, because it inspires us to watch it because of relatability. We've seen these casts, we've seen Chioma before, we know how she rolls, and we either like her, dislike her, and we'd want to watch these shows because we see her in the thumbnail and everything.
It's not for me.
Who are you speaking to?
It's not for me.
The one thing I have, Instagram, that is away from him, he wants to control that and police that. Like,
So I've been screaming this, and I'm glad that they've done that because it's finally worked for a particular show. And I think it's a very creative show for them to do, that you have relationships and they're sitting there with the therapist, and yeah. But I do feel like Chioma needs to run for the hills and never look back. The fact that she's been with this man for 4 years, I really am confused by this, and I just feel like she needs to run from the hills. Paul is somebody who's extremely arrogant, and what it's giving me is insecure. The guy is extremely insecure to the point where he has to argue back and forth with a therapist and ask her, how good she is at her job. That in itself is such a high form of disrespect. I'm glad that she maintained her composure and didn't say anything, with a rude rebuttal, and kind of kept it clean and cute. But that in itself not only was rude, but embarrassing for Chioma. Now, I feel like she, within herself, I can understand where she comes from, where, he doesn't like the fact that she gets attention, doesn't like the fact that, she's just these comments and everything, and there's no trust there. And there's also a money issue as well, where he's doing all of this for money, doing the most, living up to more than his means, impressing other people, saturated in image. And then, when it comes back to the relationship, there's a mismatch there. A lot of relationships, the foundation often becomes money. Sometimes money is more of an important factor than love. If your money is not aligned and, there's a huge mismatch going on there, oftentimes a relationship cannot work because communication within itself becomes stifled.
What normal girl doesn't want to go Hakkasan, sexy fish is actually the norm. Me and my girls, before we were in relationships, we took ourselves there. So I expect my man to take me there.
I've just literally got you an expensive gift. Can't you just wait?
Why can't we do both?
Communication is a very important component, but that in itself is directly linked to love and money. Love is a huge component, oftentimes far more important for a lot of couples, because you have individuals like this who are doing image, and he just gives off this vibe to me that he's extremely insecure and that he needs to live up to be around certain people, and if he doesn't get the validation from them, it becomes an issue. And something along the lines of, I can just see where he wouldn't compliment Chioma, but if anybody else would compliment her, then there would be an issue. There is an issue here, and I don't think this relationship will survive. I wouldn't be surprised if it was fake. I doubt it was, but even if it is a genuine relationship, I don't think these guys will go through. I feel like therapy is a great option, and they've obviously publicized it. and that's worked from an entertainment value. We have the same on the other side. We have Deborah and we have Jamal, and I feel like Deborah is somebody who is constantly doused in this materialism where she always wants these gifts.
Do you trust Paul when he's out?
I do trust Paul when he's out. Yes.
And
trust you too.
what are your
No, you don't. You don't trust me, clearly.
You actually do what you like.
Wait,
Let's get
not,
that right.
Hold on, babe, let's not do that.
He wants this Prada, this Gucci, this, that. And it's like you're depending on somebody who isn't looking like that. The intention for him isn't there. He's looking in the future. That in itself is a great thing to do. You're investing in your future, his own future, and it's a very mature manner to think. And I feel like to be with somebody who constantly wants gifts from you, why don't you just buy your own gifts? That way you don't have to ask somebody, that's how you were and everything, this is how I am. It's a very selfish way to look at things where you constantly want something, but what can you bring to the table? What can you provide for the table? What kind of gifts are you buying him?
Ask me the question.
You've already failed.
What stupid love, babe?
That's what.
What stupid love are you giving me, first of all?
When it comes to like social media, Snapchat, Instagram, and stuff like that, with Choma, yeah, she can be respectful generally, but at the same time, she's kind of like a mixture between like cute / bite me.
What, Clubhouse buying me gifts?
Yeah, if I'm making money, I'm monetizing off it. Of course, it's a problem.
I will hold up my end of the, relationship. It's up to you as a man to get us there. That's just my view.
I feel like it's very unfair. It's, again, imbalance, and I don't see it working. But of course, from an entertainment purpose, we need to see relationships that not work because, it's entertaining. For example, I feel like Paul is a great candidate for the show. The casting has been absolutely amazing because oftentimes he, acts very egotistical, doused in this kind of male ego, and that he has to just be better and image. It makes people want to react to it. So I feel like the show within itself is amazing. They've done absolutely great with the show, and I feel like that is the it show right now on that channel. Everybody is watching that. 500,000 views per episode, very similar to the old Backchat season that first came about back in 2016. But I thoroughly believe that it is a great show and that they should just keep performing. Hopefully they'll bring in more couples, from Backchat related cast members if they're going out with anybody. I would love to see Lucas, maybe Esther, maybe Azariah in a different format with somebody else, or even Nunu. That in itself, I feel like it's something that people would want to watch. And then what are you doing that with Chioma? And I think it's great. Absolutely great. I just feel like Paul is somebody that really needs... I just don't... How you can think that you can be rude to the therapist is ridiculous. What are your figures? Like, I don't understand. Their relationship is nothing but a transaction. The fact that they do monthly reviews on where the relationship is going, this is not a business partnership. Obviously, she needs intimacy, she needs love, she needs affection. I believe that is her love language. Evidently, that isn't the language that he wants to be speaking at all, because he thinks he's provided this or he's doing this, but he's not listening. And oftentimes you can hear people, but you're not really listening to them. You're just hearing what you want to hear, and you just you think that what they're saying is verbal diarrhea. And I think it's it's a mismatch. Huge. Both of these relationships are mismatches where people have different priorities. And when you have different priorities, when there's a money issue as well, you can communicate as much as you want, but that communication will always reach a dead end, because although communication is key for a relationship, if the respect, if the values, the morals, the integrities, if the money, all of these factors are misaligned, your communication will become null and void. It won't go anywhere, it won't do anything. But I wanted to review the first two episodes. A lot of you guys have been asking me. I'm kind of touching the surface right now. I'm not doing in-depth reviews, but I did watch it. I think it's, again, as I've said many times in this video, people say I love to complain or critique. Not every day do I critique. I think I always give people their flowers when I think the shows are great. This show is amazing, and I feel like it's getting a lot of people in tune, and I feel like all of these candidates, the casting itself was amazing. Paul is a viral meme, and I feel like he should benefit off this, whether it be good or bad PR, good or bad feedback. Benefit off this, create your own account and do something with it, because you've been given this. So go forth in that way. Chioma, I'm here for Chioma. I feel like she's somebody who's not afraid to speak for the camera, very camera confident. Of course, beautiful girl as well, and very confident. You need these attributes. I feel like Chioma is a gold mine for these shows, and I'm just here for her as well. It would be nice to see other members or just feature more couples. Perhaps I can get just to watch 2 couples for an entire season would be quite tedious. So hopefully they bring in other couples as the season progresses, because that in itself I feel would be entertaining to watch. But let me know what your thoughts are when it comes to this, guys. Long story short, Chioma needs to leave Paul immediately, and Jamal needs to leave Deborah with immediate effect as well. The fact that you're constantly focused on materialism is just insane. Like, it's just insane. Like, it just doesn't make any sense that is what you're constantly focused on 24/8 all the time. You want this, you want that, you want this gift, this is how I am. It just comes off quite selfish, and it's like, what are you bringing from the table apart from, like, I don't know what, like, I honestly don't know. And it's just, you know, sad that we see that. Clearly Jamal looks like somebody, even from his body language, he doesn't even feel like he, although he wanted to be there in the therapy session, it feels to me like he doesn't even want to be with her. He's not enjoying his time with her, and some of it seems to be very stressful. All relationships are stressful, yes, but with his body language, the way he's kind of like not really facing towards her in that kind of way, it doesn't seem like these couples are going to last at all. At all. It'll be also interesting to see the breakdown of couples from Love Island couples, put them on a show, let them talk about stuff. That in itself will be amazing as well, because, you know, we oftentimes see couples rise together, then we suddenly see them announce they've broken up. But what led to the breakup? Why weren't you guys compatible? What are the reasons? To show that transparency, I feel like for a lot of people it's a different perception, because we have not seen that. We only see the rise of relationships, we don't see the downfall. So to see that here, with them attempting to fix it with therapy, with a therapist, I feel like, you know, it's a niche. There's space for it. A lot of people haven't done it, and I feel like, you know, hopefully they can continue on with the show, and, you know, hopefully they create more entertaining shows. But Blue Therapy, I am very much here for. Let me know what your thoughts are on this quick fire 10 to 12 minute review of episode 1 and 2. I may have missed out a lot of things here and there, you know, some more details of what they've said in here and there, but the theme of the video is insecurity, the fact that you're worried about Instagram comments getting attention. Like, you know, Chioma said herself, she's not worried about him being in the clubs doing XYZ, but suddenly he's very worried. There's no trust. There is no trust in that relationship. It is not going to work. But the show's gone viral. I'm here for it. Let me know what your thoughts are, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Click that button for daily and consistent content. And I'll catch you guys soon for another video. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Click that button, guys. 24/7, every single day. Fresh, new content.